Okay, so this video covers the milestones for this week for the final project for DSCI 560. So I just laid out here the three main milestones that we tackled this week. So after collecting some feedback from the professor, we decided that we're going to change our strategy a little bit. We're going to focus mainly on restaurant recommendations on a group chat interface. And moreover, we're going to let restaurants sort of sign up and register to our platform. And then the recommendations that our platform is going to suggest are going to be based on biddings that the restaurants do. So obviously, like the more they bid, the more they would be recommended. And then to still sort of ensure that the recommendations are done in live time, the bidding process would kind of happen, would sort of be pre-processed. So there's going to be a pre-bidding interface that we set up where the restaurants can essentially specify the bidding amount that they're willing to spend and also a monthly maximum budget. So at the time of the recommendation, the bidding process would sort of happen automatically based on the pre-bidding rules that each restaurant set. I'll show that in a little bit. So the milestones are just setting up the restaurant's registration interface so they can sign up and log into our system. Then it's setting up that pre-bidding interface that I'm referring to for the restaurants. This is where they set up the bidding rules. And then we also started to integrate the AI into the chatbot, into the group chat, so that it can be invoked by any member that's part of the group chat. And so now I'll showcase this. So this is our landing page. We've updated this a little bit to now reflect different user journeys for users or restaurants. So users, that was covered in the previous milestones video. So I'll show the restaurant so you can log in or register depending on if you have an account or not. So I'll just create a restaurant here. And you can specify the website as well. So that would be included in the recommendations later on. And then this is the sort of bidding rules interface. So this is the bid amount that you're willing to spend like for each recommendation. And then here you can set your whatever your max monthly budget is. And then this is a non-editable field that would just sort of reflect like how much you have been charged this month by our platform. And then you can save this. And it actually does save. If we refresh the page, we see that the values persist. So this is already connected to the database and everything. And so if I now log out and I log in as a user, I already created some accounts. So I'll just log in. So this is the chat, the group chat interface. And what I'll do now is I'll just create a new chat. Let's call this new chat 1. And I'll invite one of the other users that I previously created. I'll add him to this chat and I'll just start chatting with him. So I have a second like app running on my second monitor. So I'll be responding from my second monitor. So it's just me, but you'll see the messages sort of flowing here. So if I keep typing, it's a conversation that I'm having with my second monitor. And so the point of this is just to show that, for example, if I now say like, let's go out to eat, would you like to do, let's say like Mexican in LA? And then I can respond like, yeah, sure. And then at this point, to invoke the AI from the group chat, the way we currently have it set up is that you can just sort of tag the AI, and the way we do is just tagging it, and we call it RecMe, just short for recommend me. And by the way, we also implemented like other users. You can also tag them, as you can see here. Mike123 is the other user in this chat, and so we can just type RecMe. RecMe, and we can just say anything like suggest or something. And then this actually triggers the AI. And now at this point, it's obviously not fully integrated with like generating recommendations and like taking into account the biddings and so on. So it just sort of analyzes the previous chat history and it recognizes the intent of what the users are trying to do. So at this point, it just sort of generates a summary of what it will do sort of like in the future. So as you can see here, it recognized that we want to do Mexican cuisine in LA. And so for the next milestones, we'll actually sort of flesh out this AI integration piece, and we'll start hopefully generating like real recommendations for restaurants. And yeah, I believe this covers everything. Thank you.